This is in Jeremiah 37:23. But I'm going to go back up to 22. Now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. And it came to pass, when Jehudi had read 3 or 4 leaves, he cut it with the penknife, and cast it into the fire that was on the hearth, until all the roll was consumed in the fire that was on the hearth. And it says, Yet they were not afraid, nor rent their garments, neither the king nor any of his servants that heard all these words. So I think really the message that came out of all these false prophets that was overlooked. You hear them saying Jonah all the time, but anything else was just cut with a penknife and thrown into the fire. It wasn't accepted. I've never seen anything like this. I just never seen anything like this, to the kinds of things that were said, and the dates that were given that were. But what really gets me the most is that these prophets come out, and do you think somebody like Jeremiah would be worried about running filthy ads from YouTube on their videos? So, and I just seen a sermon I remembered from David Wilkerson called Penknife Christians, from this very verse. Anything goes anymore. Even the prophets that prophesied wrong, they just say, well, that's Trump for another season. That's Trump down the road. When it wasn't down the road, it was for now. They prophesied for now. And these dates have went past. They gave dates. But these are penknife Christians. They just cut this word out. They just take a penknife and cut this word all to pieces. They cut Ezekiel to pieces with the murky water that runs. They don't care. They just take a penknife. I got Ezekiel on my list there. Ezekiel, where the murky water was running, and the shepherds would step in the water, and they take care of themselves, right? And you see them run. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe how many of them are doing it. That prophesy. They call themselves prophets, but what they are is profiting off of God's people and just unbelievable stuff, with no shame at all. It's almost unbelievable, but yet we see it. And I might listen to that sermon again by David Wilkerson. Penknife Christians is what it's called. But that's what they do, is they just take the penknife out and carve up the word to make it fit, so that every prophecy that didn't come wrong, they have an excuse as to why it didn't. It was just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And hardly, another sermon by David Wilkerson, what happened to all the repentance preachers? What happened to them all? What happened to all the preachers preaching repentance? What happened to the Jonahs that had a real prophecy? I think of, I can understand a long prophecy taking time. And I could think of Howard Pittman's prophecy. And you look at that, he had each and everything come to pass. I mean, in a way that it was not denied. And even after his death, where it talks about the